4, 3. Alive. Hello, peace, and welcome to my channel. This is my first live video. This is my first video. I'm so excited to finally be on YouTube. I've been procrastinating for far too long. I'm gonna do a channel, I'm gonna do some videos, and I'm finally here. Well, I would just like to introduce myself. I am Goddess Newt Het-Hru, and I'm so excited to be here on YouTube. I'm so excited to have conversations about everyday things that's happening in this world. I do tarot readings. I wanted to start with that, doing some tarot readings. I have 2 decks. I have this is the Psychic Tarot deck, and this other deck I have is the Writer Tarot deck. And it's these cards. Yeah, but I'm so excited to be on YouTube finally. Instead of watching everyone's video, I can make my own. So I have a lot of different talents, just like most people. So this channel will just show all that, everything that I can do, all my different talents. If you have any questions, please ask them. Like I said, I'm so excited to be here. And I don't know. I wear glasses, so I'm like, I can't see. I don't want to put my glasses on right now. I am just so excited to be on here. My post is the first post. No one's here yet. Maybe no one will come. Maybe I'll be all alone and this will just be a video. Well, whatever. The show must continue. So I'm going to start with my 6-card tarot reading. And this would be for, what should I do? Today is, it's almost the end of June. So let's say this reading is just for today. And I'm going to start off with water signs because I am a water sign. And let's see. I can't wait to see my first person. See the first person that looks at my channel. Probably gonna be like, what the hell? It's alright. Practice makes perfect. I will be back. So this reading will be for all water signs. All water signs. Cancer, Pisces, Scorpios. Yay. And it'll be for today, just a general reading. I'm going to do 6 cards with the Psychic Tarot deck. And then 3 cards from the Writer Tarot deck. And those cards can be real straightforward, so I try to use those as just clarifying, unless you want to read it with it. I like to keep my readings very positive. So, very positive and straightforward. I like to get right to it. So let's see, this is your reading, water signs. You have the base chakra, shadow, Mm. The waiting game, mental conflict, trapped in fear. What's going on? Okay. Destruction. Well, and then I like to do the overall reading as the bottom card. So it is awareness. So this first card, starting off with the number one, is speaks on personal problems, issues, personal things that's going on in your life. This could be relationship issues, money issues, any issues that you're having with in real life situations. So then the next is the shadow card. Shadow card is almost like the past, dealing with the past. So maybe you can have some issues from the past that you're still worried about, and you know you left that in the past, but you're right here in the present, and you're still going back and forth with your past. Like, why are you doing that? You know, it's like sun and moon, you know, day and night. It's like, you know, move on. Come on, let's head to the future. Turn around. Stop looking at yourself being gloomy and everything. Turn around, see something different. The waiting game. Number two, what could this be? If you look in this, I will go ask you to see it's the tree with roots, and the man is waiting. He's going around in circles, just waiting. I could take this. I can get a lot of different ideas from this card right here. What might just be going on for you, water signs. There could be a relationship that's been growing, and either partner don't know what's the next step to take, or it could deal with something that you already been building, something that you already been working on. For some reason, you can't quite get to it, or you can't quite complete it or understand it to get a hold of it and be able to go on with your life. So it's the waiting game. You're still trying to figure out how to get what you need to get. And then that brings us to the fourth card, mental conflict. You see this man has another man inside of his head, and you know, that man could also enlighten him. Or you know, you use your own tuition. That voice you hear, you know, because you see that light is around the other man. So like this may be a good person to listen to. Listen to your own self. You know, do things that make you feel good for you. You know, you can't live your life for anyone else. You have to do what you can do for yourself. Like people can give you with their wisdom or their ideas on how you should live your life, but it's like it's your life. You have to take what you can take from those conversations. You know, if it's something good that could just benefit you, take that, you know, and deal with it and go with it and figure it out. Come up with a plan for yourself, you know, because I mean, with that light being around the inside, the person that's on the inside of this man, I just take that as use your best judgment. You know, don't depend on anyone else to give you um, information or tell you what you need to hear. You already know. And the fifth card is the trapped in fear card. Hmm, trapped in fear. This card is not as bad as it looks. Usually it's a mental thing. This blue card for this deck, I mean, this blue border for this deck represents mental. Hi. Hey. Hi, Vocal Wish. Thanks for joining. I'm going over doing my tarot readings. This is for all water signs. Oh, thank you. Good to see you too. Thank you for joining. But this is for water signs for today, just the overall general reading for any water signs. But yeah, the trapped in fear just basically means that you have doubts in your head. It's things that's stopping you from completing what you need to complete. Don't do that. Don't go back and forth thinking, oh, should I do this? Should I do that? Maybe meditate, pray if that's what you do, and do what you can do. Don't stay trapped in fear because it's all a mental thing. And look, there's sun up there, so there's light. You don't have to be gloomy. No one wants to have a pity party. So meditation is the key, exactly. I love to meditate. Yes. Last card is the destruction card. Now this card looks scary, but it's not. You know how you plan things to go one way. You say today I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that, and then something don't happen, and something else end up happening, but it end up being good. It doesn't mean a bad thing. Sometimes we can plan our day, and then something else just happens, and it end up being an even better day. So, be open to change, you know. And then the overall energy is awareness. So I feel like you know what you need to do. Trust your judgment on everything, water signs, you know, trust your intuition. That's why meditating and praying is key, so you can keep a clear mind. No need sitting around being sad about things. I mean, you can have a pity party for a little bit, you know, but after that, you got to get up. People got lives. Time doesn't wait for anyone. So I'm going to do a 3-card reading for water signs with my writer deck, tarot deck. Just 3 cards for the water signs for today. Let's see what's going on with the water signs today. That reading seemed like it was kind of like sad and gloomy, but you can make the best out of whatever situation. I can. I sure do try my best. So 3 cards, let's see. And most of that was mental. So, a lot of times we stay in that mental state thinking that we have to be sad or depressed. That's a choice. How you feel about that, Buckle? Is that a choice? Yeah. Yes, I am. I am doing questions. So, for the 3-card reading for my water signs, you have the 3 of Pentacles, which talks of building something. See, it looks like you have the man here. He just built this archway with these 3 pentacles up here. You got admirers looking at it. So, this speaks of handling your business, getting the job done, maybe being rewarded by someone saying, oh, you did great work, but, just speaks of staying busy. So that's good. When you have a mental conflict like that and you're not sure, which way to go, what to do, stay busy. Try to stay busy doing something to keep your mind off worrying about, things just out of your control pretty much. Always stay in a positive state. You also have King of Pentacles. So you're focused on your money, or you should be focused on your money, you know, creating a business. This King of Pentacles is the king. The king is the highest. He's all about getting things done. Look at it. It's a lot of greenery, a lot of growth. He making money all types of ways. Got his castle in the back. He's the king. You're the king. Be that. And then you have 6 of Wands. And the 6 of Wands speaks of getting things done, making moves, fighting whatever battles you need to fight just to get things done. This was a good overall reading. Most of the stuff, like I said, was mental, being in your mind about things that you can't change. or maybe even not sure what you want to do in your life, you know, or today or tomorrow, or worried about bills, or worried about things, everyday situation, relationships, you know, it's all up to you. It's a mental thing. Stay positive, do what you can do, find something to keep you busy, get a hobby. You know, I do a lot of crafting. Vocal Wish, do you have any questions if you're still here? I could do a reading for you if you would like. Just shuffling up my deck now so I can move on. I guess I'll do fire signs next. Um, do a short 6-card reading for all my fire signs. Try not to make it too long. I like to make sure I get a good shuffle on these cards though. Yeah, so this is my first video, and I'm just excited to be here. Like I said, I've been watching plenty of other people's videos, and I'm like, okay, I could do this. I've been giving readings to family and friends, so like I'm ready to take that next step and have a channel. This reading is for fire signs. Fire signs for today. Spirit guardians, protectors, let me know what you want for the fire signs for today. All right. The 6-card reading is ready. Let's see. First card, balance. Balance. Crown chakra. Okay. Power. Love it. This is all strong energy. Triumph. Okay. Coming in fast. Emotional love. Memories of love. Sorry about that. And prosperity begins. Ooh, awesome. I need to give me a fire sign. And overall energy is transformation. Love it. Love it. So the first card, balance, speaks of being balanced. You know, can't have up without down, can't have left without right. You have to be balanced, you know. Don't feel like, don't let your ego take over and you feel like, oh, I gotta be this big bad person or this tough person all the time. Because no one wants to be tough all the time. It hurts being tough all the time. It's lonely up there. You know, that's a negative place to be in. Hi, Champagne. I'm doing a reading for all my fire signs for today. And it's a 6-card reading. First card is balance. Stay in balance at all times. Crown chakra is the second card. That speaks of being connected with the universe. You know, you always have to be in tune. Your chakras need to always be on point. That's why it's a good thing to just wake up in the morning and yay! Okay, Leo. I was in love with a Leo. Oh my goodness. I'm not gonna go there. But yeah. So crown chakra speaks of being balanced. Stay in balance. Any of the chakras should always be balanced. When you wake up in the morning, before you turn on TV or get any, hear any noise or anything from the children, getting the children up if you have children, or just anything, always take some time to meditate. Meditate, pray, you know, maybe drink a little water before you eat. Just spend some time to connect, to get your thoughts together. You know, that's being on your crown, you know, putting your crown on, because now you're balanced. That's the top. You know, if you connect it, if your mind is right, everything else should be right, right? So you have to take that time to handle things. The third card is strength. or power. But see, I get strength out of that because I know how strong the lion is. Yes. Yes, I love crystals too. Matter of fact, I wear my crystals on me, so might seem nasty, but I have a couple of crystals that I wear. I put in my bra. Yes, love the crystals. And my jade, it's the jade, and I think this is the amethyst. I'm not sure, but yeah, love my crystals. And the fourth card is triumph, and it's happening fast. So I don't know what's going on today, but some good news is coming in fast. I mean, because look how he's coming in. I mean, he's on it. He's on that horse. His hair is blowing in the wind. He got that message, and he's coming to deliver. That's awesome. So the fifth card is memories of love. Maybe you could be thinking about a loved one. This doesn't have to mean like a relationship. It could also mean, you know, anyone you love. You could love a family member. So it doesn't have to be like in a relationship. But you're thinking about someone because this border, this green border, is the emotions. So that's how you're feeling. Emotionally, it could be a water sign because of the candles in the water, from this card. Could possibly just be a water sign. I'm a water sign. Like I said, I love me some Leos. I love the fire signs. The last card is prosperity begins. Oh, I'm sorry to hear about your grandpa, but I was speaking of a Cancer sign, like your astrological um sign, astrological sign. Sorry about that, but sorry to hear that. But he will always be with you, though. Please know that. Yes, I believe in spirits being there, especially when you need to call on them. But passion begins is the last. Prosperity begins is the last card, and that speaks of being prosper for yourself. You see, that's the number one card, and it speaks on prospering. Whatever you grow, whatever seeds you plant, they're going to prosper. You just have to make it happen. And the overall energy again is the transformation. So maybe you're changing into something new, something wonderful. you know in this card, the woman is riding something. I don't know what that is, but it has a huge face and she has wings, and she looked like she just maybe woke up from a dream because she's about to figure it out. She's lost, but you know what? She's gonna figure it out. Because it with growth, you know, it's always change. So, and it's okay to change. Change is good. But I'm gonna do 3 cards from my Writer's Tarot deck as clarifying cards. I like to see if they relate and see if they match. I love to see when they do that because I know I'm really on point. So let's see. Yes, well, that whole reading was good news for fire signs. So, amethyst is your favorite crystal? Oh, oh. Well, keeping your grandpa and all loved ones in your memory. See, I have an altar. I have an altar where I pay respect each and every day to my ancestors. And of course, I have a picture of my grandmother. I never met her. She died before I was born, but for some reason, I just love that woman. I've always been interested to know more about her. So I dedicated an altar to her and any and all of my other ancestors. And I have a wine glass and I pour libation each day That's just pouring some water in there as an offering of thanks. Because even though I don't know her, I never met her, I feel like she's with me for some reason. I just do. But this 3 card reading is for fire signs. Fire signs. Sorry about that. No, fire signs. Alrighty. This is the reading. First card is the Ace of Swords. And this speaks of being like a warrior. You know, whenever there's some problems, maybe you're that go-to person that could just handle those problems. You know, a lot of people are just problem solvers. They don't think about moaning and groping about things that happen to them. They just get the job done. They just do it. And I know that fire signs are one of those signs where they don't sit around and mope and groan. They just handle things, So that speaks of being, a person of battle, strong, strength, you know. No need to sit. They ain't got time to sit around and worry about what they don't have. I know that's how I feel being a Cancer sign. I feel like I can help everyone else, but what about me? I used to feel like that a whole lot. I used to wonder why everyone always comes to me with their issues. Oh my goodness. But you know what I learned? Helping other people helps you because now I know who I am. I know what my purpose is here. A lot of times people try to figure out, oh, I'm a Cancer sign. Um, Venus is in Cancer. Okay, yay. Yeah, but a lot of times I used to worry about why people always brought their problems to me and why I always have to be the person who listens and then people not there or available to hear my cry. But, you know, that's my purpose. That's why it took me this long to understand, my purpose in life. We all have a purpose here, you know. That's why every life is valuable. And we're all different because you can get something from each and every person. You know, it takes a while to find out who you are and what your purpose is here on this earth. When I found the name Goddess New, I was like, oh, because Goddess New, real quick, if you don't know, it's a Kemetic name, but Goddess Nu is the mother of the universe. So, yeah. So, Goddess Nu, the mother of the universe. I mean, that speaks for itself. It's almost like believing in a God. Goddess Nu is that mother. She takes care she nurtures your spirit and your soul. you know that's where her purpose is. And with me being a Cancer, it goes hand in hand because Cancers are motherly. Even if it's a masculine energy, even if it's a male, he can still take care of you. He might not put up with no bullshit or no BS, but nurturing comes in many different forms. But the second card for the fire signs is the High Priestess. And the High Priestess, this person is almost like a jack of all trades. When you speak of balance, the other reading had the balance card. This is pretty much like you have to be balanced to be this person. They could be good, they could be bad. It all depends what I need to do, what I got to get done. It's almost being like two people in one, you know, just being a person that can handle your business and get the job done. You know, we can't always be, nice and giving and giving. And sometimes you have to know when not to give or when to say no. It's important to know when to give and when not to give. You don't want to be a pushover, and then you don't want to be someone who's, not caring or sensitive to people's needs. So you have to be balanced and be that person or both those people in one. And then you have the Knight of Swords, which is the man who's been fighting the battle. He's coming in fast. That's almost like that Triumph card. See, I love to do, readings with two cards because now I know I'm on point. Because when I'm using two different decks and I'm getting same information, I know that spirit is with me, and you know, I'm giving you correct information. Of course, it's not personal information, but if you want to have a reading, just let me know, and I can do a reading for you personally. But the Knight of Swords is that man who's, can fight, willing to fight, maybe come in with a message. This is some like swift movement, make battle or whatever. I mean, the sky is clear. Look how beautiful the sky is. So it's not a dreary day. He's not a dark figure in a dark environment where it's looking dark and gloomy. No, he's coming in maybe with good news. The wind is moving. He's ready for battle, whatever that comes his way. You know, so that was good reading for fire signs. They're good and positive. Just speaks of the strength that fire signs have. They're known for being strong, being the Leo. Um, what else? The ram. I believe the Aries is the ram. Strong animals, strong creatures. So, um, yeah, that was the overall reading. So let's see. Yeah, water sign, fire sign, earth. Okay, earth. Let's see. So let's go with the earth energy. So Buckle Wish, what's your sign? Oh, I'm so glad you resonated. That makes me feel awesome. You got your altar too? Yeah, I do too. My nephew, I told him about having putting up an altar for his ancestors, and he puts um what he said, some type of brown liquor out as a libation. I'm like, oh, okay. I've been there, took a shot or something, but you can do that too. So, but I put water just because it's available. You know. So this reading is for earth signs. Cards jumping out, but I'm not going to take that yet. So let's see. Spirit guardians and protectors, let me know what you want me to know for the earth signs. Mm-hmm. Capricorn, Taurus, and Virgo. Capricorn, Taurus, and Virgos. Capricorn, Taurus, and Virgos. Earth signs. Readings for the earth signs. Capricorn, Taurus, and Virgos. Alright, 6 cards. First card is Temptation, and I'm sorry, my card is terrible because I've used this deck for so long. That's why I purchased another one, but I love this deck though. So you have the Temptation card, Discontent and Boredom, Balance, Deception and Envy, Third Eye Chakra. Last one is the Truth card. Overall energy is obstacles and challenges. So, okay, all right, okay. So let's see. This could look a little depressing, sad, right off the bat, but let's get into it, okay? Because I'm sure we could find some positive things out of this. So, for my earth signs, my Taurus, Virgos, and Capricorns, first card we have is Temptation. So, temptation speaks on having an addiction, maybe to a drug or to a person, or having an addictive behavior, maybe being needy. It could speak of, anything you do that could be looked at or viewed in a negative light, you know. The second card is the emotion card, which is discontent and boredom. So maybe there is an addiction to something, or maybe you act out because of you being bored and discontent. Maybe you use drugs because you're bored or in discontent. It happens. I don't say you should. I wouldn't say that's a good thing. Find a hobby. You know, get things. Get another job. If you're working, you have to have balance. Gotta have balance. Otherwise, you'll get caught up and do something that you can't come back from. So whatever you do, if you're doing drugs or if you're addicted to a person, if you have addictive behaviors where, you're in a relationship and you with someone and you can't stand to be apart, you need to always be right there with him. That's not a good thing, you know, to feel like you need someone or something. When you can't control it yourself, that's not a good thing. You need to always be on your square and be able to control at least yourself. That's why it's important to get to know yourself, to love yourself, because, you speak of being bored or, oh, no one, I'm not in a relationship. But, that's it. I know it's probably fun to do things with other people, but I spend a lot of time by myself and I prefer to. With me being a Cancer sign, I don't like new. It's hard for me to accept new, like anything, going to a new place, being around new people that I don't know, So I prefer to stay at home, do my hair, polish my own nails, or, you know, find things at home to do, clean up. I have a lot of my hobbies include crafting, sewing. I keep myself busy. And, that's important to know who you are and to stay busy because you don't want to seem needy to anyone. That's the bad thing. So it's all about balance. You should always have the balance. And then the fourth card is the deception and envy. This speaks of someone else being deceiving to you, Earth sign, Capricorn, Virgo, or Taurus. You know, maybe someone's not being truthful about something. Always be mindful of that. Things happen. People not always who they say they are. This just looks like snakes to me. Like, I don't know. Someone being um, something they're not, you know. But so just be careful, and that could be anyone. But the fifth card you have is the third eye chakra. I keep pulling chakras with all the energies, all the signs, all the the signs so far. But this third eye chakra is very important because that speaks of that's the all knowing, all seeing eye, the eye of Horus, you know, that speaks of you already know what to do, who you are. When you know this secret, the third eye chakra, when you even know about that, you awoke. You can't be sleeping know about the third eye chakra. Because if this eye is open, then I mean you're aware of what's going on. So these energies so far can speak of you knowing who you are and doing things just to get by. You could be aware that you're involved in some temptation. You know, you know what you're doing. That's what I'm getting from this. Stay balanced. You could be discontent and boredom. It's okay to be discontent and bored, but when it speaks of this deception, now 9 times out of 10, this card speaks of someone deceiving you, not you deceiving someone. So, just be careful. Be mindful of who you let your energy, come around, or come around who you let come around your energy. I'm sorry. And then the last card is the truth card. And if you look at this wizard type looking person, they're on a scale and they're looking out into the universe and they have a wand in their hand. You see that wand? Mm-hmm. So this speaks of maybe you judging yourself and making things happen for you in your universe. Maybe you should be your own boss. You should make things happen for yourself. And I'm sure you can. Because I don't know too many Virgos or Tauruses, but I do know a couple of Capricorns and two Capricorns that I do know. I know they're both strong willed. They both get the job done. They play around, hang out, go out, party, but they still get the job done. So long as you're truthful with yourself, long as you're honest with yourself about what, what you're doing for your life, then everything is good. As long as everything is moving fine, maybe you don't want to be bored. So that's fine too. So the overall energy is the waiting game. So you either waiting on some things to happen, some things to change, or you need to, well, if you're waiting, either you need to make the changes happen or you waiting on something to happen. So, and then it's something that's already been growing because it has roots, has leaves. So whatever it is that you're thinking about doing or whatever moves that you're thinking about making next, like I always say, meditate, pray, and ask for what you need and wait for those answers. 'Cause they will come. So let me do a 3-card reading for my earth signs, Virgos, Taurus, Capricorn. 3-card reading for my earth signs, Yeah, yeah. So I'm just so happy to do this um, live stream for the first time. Yeah, probably on the two. Okay. This overall reading. Let me know if it resonates in the comment section. Let me know what you want to know. Ask me some questions. I would love it. I would love to hear it. Record. The sun speaks of making things happen, like making a maybe being wishful. Because I think that is a oh no, that's a horse. I don't know what that brown thing is that's coming from the sky. But the sun card speaks of um, wishing for something or asking for something. You know, the fool. This card speaks of taking a chance on something. You know, being happy-go-lucky, being a fool, being happy, taking a chance for something, doing something outside out of your ordinary. And then with the other reading, with the temptation card, that kind of helps me to understand why you got the fool card. Because the fool card doesn't necessarily mean that you are a fool. It's like playful energy. It's like being playful, having fun, partying, you know, living your life to the fullest, you know, just use a condom. And then the Ace of Swords again. So this speaks of strength, being ready for battle, being a fighter, being a leader. I mean, how badass do you have to have a sword and have a crown on it? Like, yeah, what? I'm the king of this right here, or the queen, you know. So that was the 3 card reading for the earth signs. And then lastly, we have what's last? Air signs. Yay, air signs. So let's see. I'm gonna do a 6 card reading for all air signs. 6 card for my air signs. Yeah. Again, this is my first video, and please leave me a message, a comment. Let me know how you like the video. I know I compacted all of the signs in one. Next video, I won't do that. I will do them all separate. But I kind of got on here and was so excited to be live that I didn't put anything together. I just went with it. I was just like, let's go. I'm ready. So I'm excited. It's positive energy over here. You know, thanks to you all for watching. This reading is for my air signs. Air signs are Libra, Aquarius, and Gemini. Libra, Aquarius, and Gemini. Strong signs. All our energies are pretty much strong. Yeah. Just let you know we are all strong beings. We can go through things and bounce back. You know, that's what type of life beings that we are. Nothing can break us. It can only hurt us temporarily, but life situations can't break you unless you let it, you know. And we're strong. Just remember who you are. Remember your strength at all times. You know, good things happen, bad things happen. You feel weak. You get emotional. You let things, take over or get the best of you situations, but you just gotta pull through because I'm sure someone is depending on your strength, your courage, So always know that. This speaks for all signs, but this is for the air signs, air energy. This is for the energy. Aquarius, Libra, and Gemini. Okay, this is it. 6 cards. Partnerships and alliance. This speaks of having a business venture, a new business, or working on a team when it comes to a business, maybe on your job, maybe starting a business, needing partner, needing a partner to start a business, or um, some contracts being discussed, maybe with school or anything with your business. I found it easier to just pull the cards and speak on them real quick. I didn't do that the whole time, but whatever. And the second card is the light card. And this is pretty much the sun energy with all that light and her looking up to the sun. So this speaks of wishes being fulfilled. hmm That 9 plus that 1 equals 10, which is 1, which is new beginnings, pretty much. Maybe you wish for some things to happen, and now it's about that time. It's about time to make those things happen. I mean, she's looking up to the sky and she's not just asking for things, she's reaching out. She's like, here I am. I'm ready to do this and that. Let's get it done. You know. Third card, heart chakra. Love it. Heart chakra speaks of being emotional, being in love, you know, enjoying that good feeling of having something successful, loving. And this could be like a new business or a new job that you love. And maybe you asked for it and now it's here and you're ready to make things happen. This is for the air sign. Then you have the fourth card, disruption, which is doesn't mean it has to be anything bad. This just means things are not planned and to go the way that you planned them to go. Things are not, I'm sorry, I said that all the way wrong. Things are not going the way that you planned them to go. So this can mean a change in situation because a lot of times we think we have the answers and we think things are going to go like this, that, and that, and it doesn't. You know, if you had the answers, you'll be where you need to be in life. You know, so a change can be for the best of you sometimes. You know, you think you want to go left, but you need to go right. That's like morning traffic. Oh my goodness. You're on your way to work in the morning and you go this same route every single day, Monday through Friday, whatever. And then one day you leave at 8 o'clock like you always do because you know you can be to work by 8:30, 8:45 by the latest. But then you driving la la up, there's an accident, a big accident that's blocking all lanes of traffic. And now your normal 15-20 minute drive has turned into 40 minutes to an hour. because of the traffic. And it's all backed up because ain't nobody been moving for a long time. So disruption is kind of like that. You could plan something to go one way and then it go another way. But we don't have the answers. You just deal with it. Just go with the flow. Stay positive in the meantime. So the fifth card is foundation and achievement. Yay! Look at this happy family. They're together, man, woman, and child. Anytime you have that help with the house and you got children, look at that rainbow. Mm-hmm. Yeah, so this speaks of good foundation, being successful in it. That's awesome. And the sixth card is the sacrifice card. This sacrifice card is, look at this picture. I mean, that's why I love these cards. Oh, hi, Strawberry. Nice to see you. This reading is for air signs, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. And this sacrifice card is, okay, just real quick. Look at this woman. She's in water. So you know how when you in the water, Libra, okay, woo woo. Yes, I'm gonna do a review of this reading so you can see what's going on because it looks very positive. But the sacrifice card speaks of, let me just go ahead and get to the point. Things being out of your control. Like maybe, like I said, with the accident, you're on your way to work, you take the same route each and every day, and you're going to be there in 15 minutes. You already know it. So you're like, huh, all right, yes, I'm having an awesome morning. Get in my car, I'm driving to work. There's the accident. Now that threw you all off because your 15-minute drive done turned into an hour drive, 40 minutes to an hour drive because of the traffic. So that's out of your control. You didn't plan that, but you have to deal with it. And you have to deal with it. Let's say it's cars on both sides of you and the other side is blocked. You can't even make a U-turn. That's that sacrifice. This card speaks to something that you have to do. Oh, wow. Well, you know what? With your plan being delayed right now, Strawberry, and me talking about this, that just made me feel like I'm on point. Sorry about your situation, and I know you will get through it because, like I said at the beginning, we're all strong and we can handle whatever. But she's a fighter, and this she doesn't have to be a she, it could be a he. But she's a fighter and she's going to get through it. Look at some of her clothes are shedding, but she's still going. She done made a tank top out of it, and she's like, let's get through it. She's getting through that water, so that's good. The overall energy is the financial and material changes, which speaks of maybe you having to spend some money on something, you know. And at the beginning of this reading, I spoke of the partnership and alliance, which could mean partnering on a business idea or signing a contract or something. And maybe for that business or contract, you have to spend some money, in order to make some money. Happens all the time. We have bills that have to be paid. You have to spend bills in order to be spend money in order to be comfortable. It happens. It's just part of life. So, it is what it is. But real quick, I have the light card, which speaks of wishes being fulfilled or doing things to help you reach a goal, pretty much. And then the heart chakra card, feeling good, feeling love, being love, giving love. The disruption card, which is a change in situation. I've used that car accident on your regular route to work as not you being in an accident, but another accident, happening in that lane of traffic where you're trying to reach. Okay. So you're gonna wait, strawberry, to make that move. See, that speaks of disruption. That's just like you plan to do things, but then you know what? In my opinion, I feel like you could plan things, but we don't know. We don't know all it is to know about this life. You know, you could plan things to go this way and go smoothly, but if it don't go smoothly as you think it should go, and it's a, now your plans change, don't be so sad about that. You know, everything happened for a reason. Because, like, speaking of that accident, if you would have left a little bit earlier, that might have been you in the accident. So always stay true to who you are, trust your intuition. And the fifth card, which you might didn't see, was the foundation and achievement. Speaking of having that home, that foundation, that good foundation, you know, living happily ever after with your man, woman, child, whoever, and everything being happy. But that's an overall good reading. I love it. And I'm gonna do three cards real quick for the air signs, three extra cards with another deck. I know that, right? Yeah, that's right. Family does come first. Sometimes, yeah, you know. That's why I say use your intuition, because you use your intuition, then you'll go exactly where you need to go. You'll move when you need to move. Because we don't, it's just like I used to tell people, because people always come to me with their issues, and I'm just like that person that will listen. Because, I know that people could just be depressed, but everyone needs someone to, share their thoughts with and feelings. But like I like to use like you at a parade, and you looking down the street to see who's coming up next, and you're thinking, oh, I don't see such and such. Let's say I'm Santa Claus. Santa Claus usually appear at the end of the parade, I guess. I don't know. But, so you looking down and you don't see Santa Claus. It's like, oh, I guess he's not coming. I guess he's not coming. But little do you know, down the street, around the corner from there, is Santa Claus. And he's coming. You just can't see him. So a lot of times we think we know the route when we don't know the route, you know. Oh, oh, she only see him 3 times a year. Oh, well, you know, we can always conversate on the telephone. Social media is real big. I know we got my mom on the on Facebook. Now she be telling us everyone's off Facebook, and now she be telling us about Facebook, and she be like, "Did you see that on Facebook?" No, no, I ain't on Facebook no more. I'm glad she, is trying to at least keep up with the technology a little bit. But we had to teach her how to text. Oh my goodness. Now she could text, but she doesn't use it that much. She doesn't really care to use it. She's old school. She like, I'll call you. I'm like, I know that's right. But I ain't with all that texting back and forth. But this reading is for air signs. Air signs. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. 3 cards. Spirit guardians and protectors. Yes. Let me know what you want the air signs to know. 3 cards. All right. This is it. Let's get it. Let's see what we come up with. Okay. Wheel of Fortune. Oh, I like that. Okay, all right, yeah. That is fun. Um, Wheel of Fortune. That means that you can. make the changes you need to make. You can make the decisions. That's almost like making a wish, you know, deciding what you want to do and then working towards that goal. I think you got the light card, which represents the same thing. So see, that's why I love using both these decks, because when they relate, then I know, I'm on the right track. But yeah, Wheel of Fortune, making those things happen. It's up to you. It's like having the world at your hand. Yes, it is great. Next card is the Star card, the second card. The Star card speaks of hmm, going through some things on this for this deck right here, because this could be a man or woman who has been emotionally um traumatized by a situation or something, with the water, or maybe this could be concerning a water sign, wishes being fulfilled, or maybe some wishing to get out of the past, you know. Shut up. Wow. Are you playing with me? But yeah, the Star card speaks of making things happen, but also being emotionally wrapped up in it, because like I said, with the water, that speaks of being emotional, crying, or you know. But everything looks bright. I mean, look how bright and beautiful it is. The sun is shining bright, so there's water, that's good, don't want to die of thirst. It's greenery, there's life in the situation. So whatever it is, you know, is life in it. So that's a good thing. Whatever you invest in your time is a good thing. Then you have the Six of Pentacles. Ooh, that speaks of having options with your money, like being balanced, having money, or ways of doing things. That's awesome. I'm a water sign, and my guy is an air sign also. So, mhm. But yeah, look at this card. I mean, he has so many. He got options. Now, I don't know why it looks like. Oh, it looks okay. I was going to say why it looks like he's looking down on these women, but he's not. He's actually giving. He's actually sharing his wealth with one of the people on the ground. So, he's balanced. He got his emotions in check. His paper is good, it's straight, you know, and he gives back. He's a thoughtful, caring guy. So, is your guy a thoughtful and caring guy? Okay, so that's awesome. That's awesome. Yeah. So that was all the signs. I did them based on the energies, or based on the overall sign. They are the water, fire, earth, air. But yeah, I'm glad I could introduce myself and let you know who I am. It was perfect timing. Yes, it was. I mean, because you was like, I was right on point. That's what I come to do. I come to please now. Yes. So that was just awesome. But let's see. Um, what else should I go over, Strawberry? Give me an idea. What should I talk about? Or ask me a question or something? How long have you been on YouTube? How long have you been a YouTuber? If you're still on here. Champagne or Bubble Wish? I like that name, Bubble Wish. Oh, oh. Well, thank you. You're probably my first subscriber. Thank you. I hope I don't disappoint. Please check me if you need to check me in the comment section, okay? Please check me. You know. Thank you for subscribing. Yeah. Oh, thank you. I appreciate it. Really appreciate it. So, Strawberry, are you a girl or a guy? Okay, you are female, right? Awesome. That feminine energy is coming through. Yeah. Well, um, I guess I'm going to end my video, this video, until I come up with another topic. Um, Please come back to visit me, Strawberry, Champagne, and Bubble Wish. I had 3 people in my chat. I'm so happy. Oh, I'm just thankful that you all came and clicked on my channel just to hear what I'm about, just to get to know me. I'm thankful for that. So I thank you all. And I look forward to seeing you all again in my next live video. So thank you and stay positive, Strawberry. Love you. Mwah, mwah, mwah. And I hope you get to where you need to be, you know, whatever state that is you were trying to get to. I hope you get there in one piece. Love you all. Bye, live stream.